morning, Nigeria. Good morning, all over the world. It's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful morning right here in the city of Lagos. The Thursday, the 25th day in the month of May, and I'm feeling so happy. I'm feeling so blessed to be alive today. I don't know about you, but on behalf of everybody in the studio right here, we're so happy that you are alive to witness and to watch us today. So, on that note, I want to say special welcome to you and you on this special edition of Talk Time with Imole. Are you right here on video? And you know how we do right here on video. You know what Talk Time with Imole is always about. It's always entertaining, it's always informative, and it is always educational. So grab whatever you can grab right now, because we'll be going on a wonderful journey. And before we do that, I would like to let us know that last week we started talking about how to make your relationship work, things you can actually do to spice up your relationship and to make your relationship work. So on this episode of Talk Time with Omole Ayo, I will continue with that same energy, and I'll be sharing some tips. I'll continue with the sharing of tips on how to make your relationship work. Okay, so probably you want to call somebody right now. You want to tell somebody that the show Talk Time with Omole Ayo is right here on video. You can do that right now, and it's going to be a wonderful one, because I know that I have you right there. Okay, so talking about sharing some tips on how to make your relationship work. Okay, so I'll be starting today on the first thing that I have for us today to make your relationship work is keep up with the same energy. Keep up with the same energy. What do I mean by this? Sometimes it can be frustrating when you give a particular size of energy and you're not getting back that same amount of energy. It can be frustrating. Let's say you try as much as possible to make the relationship work, you try as much as possible to make the family work, or to make the home work, but you're not getting back the same energy as what you're giving back. This can be draining, and at this particular point, I think you just need to call your spouse, and you guys need to be able to talk about some things. Not getting back the same energy that you're giving in a relationship or in a thing can be so frustrating. So that is why I said my number one tip for today is always keep up with the same energy. It is very important. When she calls you 10 times in a day, try as much as possible to reciprocate by even doing more. Don't even call her 10 times in a day as well. Call her like 11 times or 12 times. If you can't call, keep up with messages. Just try as much as possible to look for ways on how you can match the same energy that your partner, your spouse is giving into that relationship or into that family. So you guys need to be on the same page with your energy. Okay, so moving on to the second thing that I have for us today is to be open-minded. It is to be open-minded. Like I would always say, communication is a key factor when it comes to relationship, when it comes to building the home. You guys need to be open-minded. Like they would always say that the best way to keep a relationship or to keep a home is to say everything and anything. That is just the truth. Is to say everything and anything. Your wife, your husband, your partner, your boyfriend or your girlfriend should be somebody that you can tell the way you feel, that you can express the way you feel. Now, if you can't express yourself to your partner, then I'm wondering who else can you express yourself to? Now, if you can't call your partner some certain kind of names, if you're not free with your wife, sometimes probably just hit her on her head or just slap her cheek or just do something random, then I wonder who you are going to do that with. So it is always good to be open-minded. You guys need to talk about it. You need to know what your partner likes. You need to know what kind of play your partner likes. But the truth of the matter still remains, you guys just need to be open-minded in your relationship. Be open-minded, be clear-minded, be precise, be intentional. Don't try to mix things together, and always be ready to say everything and anything to your partner. Your partner or your wife, your husband should be your gist partner, should be that person that you are ready to download everything that happened for the day too. Yeah, that is how it should be. Yeah, so always be open-minded in your relationship, in your own, to make your relationship or your own work. And the last thing that I have for us today is, whenever there is a quarrel, whenever there is a fight, don't always be defensive. That is just the truth, because the more you feel defensive, the more the other person feels defensive. Now, when both parties are defensive, you guys can never meet at an equilibrium. That is just the truth. So whenever there's a quarrel, whenever there's a fight, always be open-minded as well. Always be open to resolving that issue. Always be open to make things work. not to always try to blame the other person and paint yourself as a saint, not to try as much as possible to make yourself look good while making your partner, your wife or your husband, look like the devil. No, you guys need to understand something, that everybody would always find themselves right in an argument or in a fight or something. So you should always be understanding, and you always have this mindset of making everything work, making that quarrel settled. And the only way you can do that is not to be defensive, but to be open-minded, to be open and ready to make things work. I believe if you can put these three things into consideration, and if you can put them into work, I believe your relationship, your marriage would actually be heading to a great success. Okay, so on that note, we'll be going on a short break right now, and by the time we come back, I'll be giving us some entertainment gist. And you know, of course, on today's gist, I have my favorite guys in today's gist, and I have something about the hottest celebrity right now, the most trending celebrity right now, and that's talking about Ida Bassi. I have something on us, so you don't want to miss this episode, you don't want to miss this entertainment gist that I have for us. So don't go anywhere. We'll go on a short break right now, and by the time we come back, I'll be letting us into all the entertainment juicy gist that I have for us today. So please don't go anywhere. We will be right back. To the studio. I believe probably if you just join us right now, you've actually missed, but not too much, and this is just probably the right time for you to join the episode of Talk Time with Imole Ayo right here on V Radio. Okay, so I just shared some tips on how to make your relationship work, and you can always go back to watch the video at the same time and catch up with some of the tips that I just dropped as well. Okay, so we'll be moving on to the entertainment gist that are out for us today, and of course we have so many entertainment gists that I just hope that my time will be enough for us to be able to talk about all of these entertainment gists. And of course, I have Portable in the news. I have to be Bakari. I have Ida Bassi. I have Ashake and Sheyi Vibes. I have a whole lot of news for us today. Okay, so starting off with, I'll be talking about Ashake. And I'll be talking about Ashake and Sheyi Vibes. Yeah, I'll be talking about Ashake and Sheyi Vibes. Okay, so talking about Ashake and Sheyi Vibes, I think there's a big comparison between both of them. I think there has been an argument about both of them sharing the same style, using the same style of music, the same style of video, and all of that. And I think at this particular moment, a whole lot has actually heated, and a lot of people have started bringing out some rumors that there's a fracas between Ashake and Sheyi Vibes. Yeah, there's a fracas between Ashake and Sheyi Vibes. I don't know how true this is, but it has been on the internet. It has been on the it's trending. Yeah, so a lot of people have been talking about it, and so many Twitter users have actually gone onto their pages to actually talk about it. And some people are actually saying that Sheyi Vibes should try as much as possible not to copy the style of Ashake. And some people are also saying that TG Omori is a Confucianist in this whole matter, because some people do assume that TG Omori tries as much as possible to replicate whatever he does for Ashake, and he replicates it for Sheyi Vibes as well. And I think on that note, I think there's some comparison in some of their videos, even though you might say they're not the same, but you can still pick one or two things from these two videos, and you can say, hey, there's something similar about this video and all of that. But whatever it is, we don't want fracas, we don't want fight in the entertainment industry, so we are calling out on Ashake and Sheyi Vibe to try as much as possible to to settle whatever it is. Yeah, and the funniest part is that they both came out from the same hood, and that is talking about Ikorodu. They are both Ikorodu guys, and they are both beautifully doing well in the entertainment industry. And I think one thing that I like about both of them is that they actually carved out their own style, and they are really in their own world. So I do understand that sometimes the fans and the people out there, the people in the showbiz, try as much as possible to always bring fracas, always bring comparison, and trying to eat up things that are not meant to be eaten, and they try as much as possible to create commotion in what is going on smoothly. So whatever it is, Ashake and Shay vibes, we love you, we love your craft, we love what you're doing. If there's any fracas, if there's any fight between both of you guys should try as much as possible to settle whatever it is. Okay, so moving on to the next that are out for us today. It is talking about Odumadu. Okay, Odumadu Black and Odumadu Black. Yeah, Odumadu Black is in the news today, and Odumadu Black actually took to his Twitter page and he went ahead to say tweet that they tried to get me to perform at the inauguration. They did not do their research very well. In other words, what Odumodu Black is trying to say is that the campaign management of Tinubu for the inauguration, they actually reached out to Odumodu Black, and he is saying that they didn't do their research very well, that he wouldn't perform. That is what he's trying to say, that they came for the wrong person that is not going to perform. Now, a lot of people have actually gone to the internet, to their pages and all of that, and they started saying a lot of things, that it's a lie, that it's just copying. A lot of people have actually come out to say that, who is Odumodu Black? We don't even know your okay, we don't even know you, that who are you that Tinubu would actually call you and you say you don't want to perform at the inauguration, you that you're still upcoming and all of that. So I think there's a lot of controversy going around this, but for sure we don't know how true this is, because sometimes celebrities do a lot of things just to get in the news. So on the other hand, you might be thinking maybe Odumodu Black is actually capping. Yeah, but if he is not capping, but I think that it's his choice, and he might actually feel he doesn't want to associate with some certain set of people. Yeah, nobody can actually blame him for that, because he's an adult and he's not easily right sense of right frame of mind to actually decide what he wants to do with his career. But on the other hand, if it is not to be so, that means he is capping, and we don't like people capping. Yeah, Odumodu, you can be sentenced for that and you can be jailed for that. Just kidding. Okay, so let's move on to the next gist that are out for us today before we go to the Ida Basi gist, and it is talking about Toby Bakari and Portable. I don't know, I like seeing Portable, I like talking about Portable. He's my guy all day. He's always in the news. Okay, so I think on during the week, Portable actually followed on Toby Bakari, and Toby Bakari actually took it to his went to his Instagram page, and he actually said, Portable is following me, I can't keep calm. Okay, so according to Toby Bakari, he actually tweeted and he said, Portable is following me, can't keep calm. Yeah, that is Toby Bakari being excited that Portable is following him. I think there's something about Portable. I think there's this vibe about Portable that even what every other celebrity does, and people will complain, when Portable did that same thing, a lot of people find it so amusing, and I think this is the case of Toby Bakari and Portable. I think Portable at this particular moment is somebody that when he does something, everybody just wants to be associated with Portable. And on that note, Toby Bakari actually took to his page to say, Portable is following me, I can't keep calm. It is a thing of joy and I can't keep calm. I need to let the whole world know. I think that on Toby Bakari's page, I think there must have been a lot of well-known celebrities following him, but for Portable following him, I think he finds that so attractive, and he decided to share that on the internet. Okay, so that is that, and moving on to the last gist that we have for us today is talking about Ida Basi. Okay, Ida Basi, a lot are actually be said about Ida Basi, a lot of news, a lot of controversy, a lot of trending gist about Ida Basi. As a matter of fact, Ida Basi had always been on the news every day, right from the After breaking the Guinness World Record of cooking time, she has always been in the news on a daily basis. And now, a lot of people had actually come for Ida Bassi after the week whereby she broke up, or she broke the Guinness Book of Record for the longest cooking time. She did her birthday during that same mid-year, and a lot of people had actually come out for Ida Bassi for what she wore on her birthday. And I think on that note, I think I have my own reservation, but I'm not going to share that right now because I want you to share your thoughts. I'd like to read your thoughts. I'd like to read your opinion before I actually put my own opinion out there to the world. So a lot of people had actually criticized and condemned Ida Bassi for what she wore during her birthday party. Yeah. Okay. So and after that, she actually came outside to say she actually granted an interview where she was talking about there was a time in her life that she was homeless, and a lot of people still came out for her. I don't know what is the problem. Can somebody not say her own truth? Does it mean that because she's not famous, she's now the hottest celebrity right now in Nigeria? Does it mean that everything she's saying she's copying? So a lot of people actually came out for her when she said there was a point in her life that she was actually homeless, and the Twitter user actually attacked her, and the person said, "Now lie." This person actually went to McDonald University, that how possible is it that she's going to be homeless at a point in her life? But one thing that people forget is that even the rich also cry, even the rich also have their own problem, the same problem that the poor people also go through. The rich people also go through it as well. There might be some time whereby the rich also go to sleep without eating, yeah, but the thing is that people always see them as that the superpower, they are the mighty, that the mighty in the society, so it's not possible for them to go hungry. I remember there was a time when the video actually came outside to say there was a time in his life that he was broke, and a lot of people actually came out for him and said, "Guy, you can't be broke. How can you be broke in the cap, in the life?" But the truth of the matter is that these are all human beings. They have feelings, they have blood flow in them, and there might be some time where they might have their own downtime as well. So hey, don't criticize them, take them for who they are, and don't try to twist whatever story they are sharing out there. And also still talking about Ida Bassi, a lot of men are actually be coming outside to pay a whole lot of money just to be Ida's boyfriend, just to marry Ida, just to have Ida come cook in their house. A lot of controversy, a lot of good news, a lot of things, endorsement right here and there coming in for Ida Bassi. A lot of pastors have actually come outside as well to criticize the dressing of Ida Bassi, saying she's not decent with her dressing, she's more of an aloe, she's this, she's that. But I think one good thing about all of this is that this is good for Ida Bassi brand. Yeah, talking about Ida Bassi here and there, it's something good for her brand. She gets the popularity, she gets the followership, she gets the deal, she gets the talking, and she's making her money. She's cashing out to the bank. Yeah, so these are the trending gist that we have for us today, and we'll be going on a short break right now. By the time we come back, we'll be eager to read your comments, your messages, and all what you have for us today right here on the show. Okay, so we'll go on a short break right now. We'll go on a short break right now, and by the time we come back, we'll be letting us know all what we have for today. We'll be reading your comments. Go to our YouTube page to go drop your comments on our YouTube, and we'll be eager to read all of your comments. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so welcome back into the studio, and this is the time for us to read all of your comments, all of your messages that you've been able to send to us via our WhatsApp page. And don't forget, you can still always send me your messages via the studio line, and which is 00224141183. We'll be glad to hear your voice. We'll be glad to read all of your messages. Okay, so talking about some of the messages that we have in the studio right now. This the first one that we have is coming from M_Ayegun, saying Ashake jazz on jazz, but their jazz don't cast Sheyi, cause if na jazz he go cast. And to be sincere, I think when you check Ashake's lyrics and Sheyi Vibes lyrics, I think there's always a comparison between these two guys as well. They are both legends, that's so good, but there's always something attaching with their lyrics and all of that. So M_Ayegun actually say he's actually trying to sing Ashake's lyrics and Sheyi Vibes, and he went ahead to say jazz on jazz, but their jazz don't cast. And Sheyi Vibes also saying, because if na jazz he go cast. Okay, so somebody saying, who goes by the name Program, saying the old Sheyi Vibes is better than the copy in they do now. I still like him though. Okay, so that's coming from Program. And another person saying, no competition, Ashake fans gather here. Somebody actually went ahead to say, in this serious issue, somebody went ahead to say Ashake is finer than Sheyi Vibes. I don't know who's complaining about being handsome and not being handsome. We're talking about the quarrel right here, and somebody is going ahead to say Ashake is actually finer than Sheyi Vibes. No, we're not talking about who is finer here. We're talking about the comparison and the fight that is going on between them. Okay, so somebody actually took on to the so I used to page to actually say, who go by the name Saint G. He said he will soon call you out, say you know feature him. Okay, so that's talking about Toby Bakari and Portable, and this person who goes by the name Saint G saying he will soon call you out, say you know feature him. Yeah, I think that's something that Portable can actually do. Over the weeks, it was still dragging Spyro. It was still dragging Spyro, that Spyro, I say no drop I say make it drop verse on top beat. They thought say no be all kind of music they do. I think Portable is just that one guy that he doesn't know how to hide his feeling, he doesn't know how to keep his mouth shut, he will say it just the way it is. And I think that is what Saint G is actually saying to Toby Bakari, that he will soon call you out, say you know feature him. And it wouldn't be a bad thing having Portable and Toby Bakari going to the studio to do a song. Yeah, Toby Bakari that we know is a versatile, talented young man, is a good actor, but it won't be bad if seeing Toby Bakari sing as well. So it might just be Toby Bakari featuring Portable, but I just hope Portable wouldn't be able to beat Toby Bakari in the studio. But Toby Bakari too is strong, so Toby Bakari, they'll be able to fight it out in the studio as well. Okay, so another person actually took to the page and say, who goes by the name MJ, I too love Portable, beg. He is somebody that he has this adorable spirit. Yeah, that is the truth. I think Portable has this adoring and adorable spirit, and he's somebody that you just like him. You just like him for no reason, and just fall in love with him. Okay, so somebody talking about Odumo the Black and the inauguration, somebody actually took to our page and say it goes by the name Ovi Boy, saying, in this country I'm tired, you are still an upcoming artist, go and collect your money, the man is bad but that is our money, chop your money. I think this is a good advice, and I think if Odumo the Black can hear us, I think you should just take to what this guy is saying. Yeah, Ovi sharp guy saying, you will never blow, this country hard, this country don't tire me, you are still an upcoming artist, go and collect your money, the man is bad but that is our money. Okay, so another person actually took to the comment section and say, it goes by the name Ijoba Santi, and he say, you will never blow, reach Portable don dey cap. Even Portable say go collect money. Actually said, it goes by the name Adetola, and this person actually said, Igbo boy we no sabi do business. I think that one actually hits me differently, saying Igbo boy we no sabi do business. I think wherever the money is, you will always find Igbo people there. Take the money and let the grudge or whatever it is still remains. You don't take your money, you're smiling to the bank. Yeah, and I can just imagine how much they're going to pay Odumo the Black if he's going to perform at the inauguration. Yeah, I think it's a national cake that we would always say, go and cut your own, go and take your own piece of the national cake, eat it, swallow it, and at the end of the day, you can now preach against whatever you want to preach against, but you don't collect your money. Nobody sends you again. Okay, so talking about Ida Basi, a lot of people are actually be saying a whole lot of things about Ida Basi, and here is my own comment about Ida Basi. I feel this is what she's been signed up into. This is her life. This is what she's doing, and I feel that a whole lot of people need to understand that she's into showbiz. She's into showbiz, and she needs to be able to live up to expectation. On the other hand, we don't support nudity, we don't support nakedness, we don't support all of that, but there are so many ways that we can actually go about this in order to be able to make her get the message. And now my own reservation is that a lot of people that are actually condemning Ida Basi, saying she's not modest, she's dressing nakedly, she's doing all of that. If they have the opportunity or just a second or a minute just to taste what Ida Basi is tasting right now, I feel a whole lot of them would actually do what is even worse than what Ida Basi is doing right now. So it is not about condemnation, it is not about what she is wearing, it is about what she has upstairs. Yeah, a lot of the people do a lot of things just to be able to express themselves, and they would always say that dress the way you want to be dressed. Probably that is just the way she feels she's going to get her confidence level. Yeah, that is why she's doing that. Nobody can judge, nobody can tell, but the truth of the matter is that she's old enough to make her own choices. She's old enough to take responsibility for whatever actions she does or she takes, so nobody should criticize her. We are not the judge right here. You have your flaws, I have my own flaws, so let Ida Basi breathe. Mr. Bush, she is the latest trending celebrity in Nigeria. The only thing we can do just to cheer her up is to encourage her and to say, hey girl, you're doing good, not to criticize her, even though when you and I know that nobody will be saints. We are not saints. You have your own flaws, you have your own dirty deeds that you're doing out there. I have my own dirty deeds. We can all try as much as possible to work more on ourselves. And hey, nobody is saying you shouldn't talk, but when you're talking, say positive criticism, say something positive to the next person beside you, because words are actually powerful. Okay, so on that note, we've come to the end of today's episode of Talk Time with Imole Ayo right here on View Radio. It's a pleasure knowing that you are out there watching us right now, and it's a great pleasure to know that you are always with me every Thursday holding this show together, and I feel so happy, I feel so blessed having you as my fans. Okay, so on that note, I want to say a big thank you to the executive producer, that is Mr. Oluwatoyin Adesoji, for always giving us this platform to express ourselves, and also to the studio manager, Madam Chief for Cheese, to all the other OAPs, Mr. Sean, Apostle of Football, Co-Art, Madam Blessing Young, and every other person, and to Vic Smart, we want to say a big thank you for making sure that every production goes the way it is meant to go. On that note, I want to say thank you guys. Thank you for staying tuned to Video. Always watch Video, and don't forget to follow us on across all our social media pages. Subscribe to our YouTube page, that is Video on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at Video in one word, and also follow and like us on Facebook, that is at Video on Facebook as well. Till I come away next week, always stay positive, do what I wouldn't do, and always say nice things to people out there. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.